At Viz.ai, we're synchronizing stroke care. You can imagine you have a 71-year-old patient who's presenting to a spoke hospital that's 30 miles away from your interventional hospital. This patient's last known well was 2 hours ago with an initial NIH stroke scale of 15. This patient's going to get a CT scan per the standard of care. Those images are going to go up to the cloud securely where our AI lives. Our AI will scan the images for a suspected large vessel occlusion stroke in real time. If a stroke's identified, we'll send a notification directly to the phones of the entire stroke team. We do this both for suspected LVOs that are identified and for CT perfusion scans that are completed. I'll go ahead and click on this notification. The first thing I'm seeing is all the heavy lifting that the AI has done. The AI has done two critical things. One is it's chosen an axial slice that best shows the circle of Willis and the suspected large vessel occlusion. It's also created a MIP, a maximal intensity projection image, that I can manipulate in real time. I can use this as a mobile viewer and scroll through all the image slices. And I can also use our 3D viewing mode to look at tricky vessels. Using the 3D viewing mode, I can put the crosshair on a point of interest and now manipulate this image on any 3D rotational axis. After I've looked at the CT angiogram, I may want to look at the non-con. With the non-con, I can then scroll through all the images again. I can also change the windowing. Here I have it in our stroke window that allows me to do a manual e-aspects if I want. I may want to look at the CT perfusion images. Here are the CT perfusion images. For simplicity, red is dead and green is threatened but salvageable brain tissue. I can look at this summary view that Viz.ai provides. I can also look at the raw output. Now that I've reviewed the patient's images, I may want to begin coordinating care with my colleagues. Viz enables us to communicate seamlessly. With Viz.ai, if I click the green phone button, I'm presented with a phone tree where I can easily call outside facilities and my colleagues. No longer am I having to wait to be connected through an operator. Additionally, if I click the blue messaging button, I can securely chat with my colleagues in a HIPAA-compliant messaging environment. Another really cool feature with Viz is the ability to see exactly where your patient is in the workflow. If I click on the blue brain button, I get a summary of everything that's happened for this patient. This is valuable. I can see here that at 1:19 a.m., Viz sent a suspected LVO alert. Then in the next 2 minutes, you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 healthcare professionals all viewing this patient's imaging. I challenge you to identify another area of healthcare where you have over 100 years of clinical experience, all focused on one patient, moments after imaging has been completed and processed. If I continue to scroll, I can see when interventions have been administered. Here, IV TPA was recorded. I can also see clinical information about this patient. All the way through their procedure being completed and them being sent to the ward for ongoing care.